Hi guys, this is Barry from Copper vs Glass, and I've got a little nifty trick for you today about how you can use your iPhoto library in Aperture without actually moving it. Now the worst thing is if you use Aperture previously, you either decided if you wanted to keep your iPhoto library where it is and copy some individual photos over that you wanted to work on, or you had to copy the entire library, which obviously meant you'd had a duplicate library. Now I've got 90 gigs in my iPhoto library, so I don't want two versions of that. I don't want the hassle of messing about with it. But with the new version of Aperture, it actually now allows us to still use one single library with both programs, which is really handy. So you can see here on the welcome screen it says this version of Aperture can also open libraries created in iPhoto. With one photo library shared from both apps, you can now move seamlessly between iPhoto and Aperture at any time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on continue with iPhoto library. Now essentially what this is going to do is it's going to allow me to use my iPhoto library while still keeping all my photos in the same location. Now this is super handy because now I don't need to have two versions of my Aperture iPhoto library, and I don't need to mess about with having two separate libraries where I copy photos from one or the other. So it really is as easy as that. Just update your Aperture library. You may have to uninstall the application and start it again to get this feature to enable itself and to make sure the libraries will work out themselves. But yeah, it's super easy, and I think I'll use Aperture a lot more now because of the editing capabilities. Once you've opened your iPhoto library in Aperture and you've done what you wanted to do, you may want to go back to iPhoto and do some more organisation, because I think iPhoto still has these simpler organisational tools rather than Aperture. So once we've done this, we can just probably go back and open iPhoto. Now what will happen now is you'll see a message come up that says the iPhoto library is open in Aperture. To open this library in iPhoto, you must first quit Aperture. So while it is a good thing to have both one library shared between two applications, you can only have it open in one location at a time. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and close Aperture after we've done any editing we want to, and then we're going to go back and we're going to open iPhoto again, and now we're back in iPhoto and our library is exactly the same, and any changes we've made have been changed in iPhoto as well. So here we go, massive improvement with shared libraries on the Mac between iPhoto and Aperture, which was previously impossible, but now super easy. So this is Barry from Copper vs Glass, and I'll see you guys later.